person in the world. He's like that. I mean, people have tattoos of Pac on them, and in other countries, like you said, even the name, you understand the name even if you don't know all the lyrics, but you know that the face and the iconography of him. So it was important in the movie that we pay attention to that because he is a world figure. He's from us, but he belongs to everybody. So we had to make sure in crafting the film that we made him human,
right.
that his story could connect. Like we spoke about when he hired me to come onto the movie, the goal was to make a film about a young black man with all this promise who right at the point of greatness is taken away from us. And then we put the Tupac on top of it. You know, so we always, and even with Demetrius and his character, we always, you know, we know this is Pac, but what else is it beneath the layers that we have to get through to the people about the man, about the teenager, about the boy, about the, you know, all that stuff. So that was our challenge. We knew we were making a movie about Tupac, but how can we connect to the human connection that everybody can see it and understand it? And with that came the relationship with the mother and Pac and all the relationships we talked about earlier. His lack of relationship with male figures in his life and the ones that came in and go out, so that by the time he does meet Suge Knight, who's only a few years older than him, but is larger than life and a father figure, he's ready to go to war for him. You know, so.
I got to start at the beginning of it because it's an important question. So in the creation of the film, we never wanted people to feel like they would be exiled if we didn't or they didn't know the information. The film is not made just for the Tupacologists or the Tupac evangelists. It is an example, the beacon of light that Tupac always wanted his life to be as the representation. So with that being said, the information, there's no huge explosions, there's no cars turning over, there's no transformers. The entertainment is the message. So with that being said, I created the Tupac trilogy. Who Tupac was, who he wanted to be, and then who he had to be to survive the worlds that he was introduced into. And with that trajectory, it kept us on a playing field where if we were going this way too much, that's not it. Bring it back in. Because if you're dealing with a scenario where you say, man, why would Pac do that? You can attribute it to who he had to be to survive the scenario. Well, in this moment, he was so sweet. Well, that's who Tupac was. And then when you go with the dreams and the aspirations, that's who Tupac wanted to be. Even going one further, what would he have wanted to be if he lived past 25? So if you notice the film, you saw the film, right?
Yes.
Okay. So if you notice in the film, there's a point that the film goes linear, but the information that is given up until the third act, it brings everybody up to speed.
Which is interesting.
One. So therefore, the third act, we are now as an audience taking the journey together. So now we experience Tupac all over, because the genius part of what I was trying to get the pat on the back for was to create something where we know for a fact what the ending is, right? But to have you on a journey that you're enjoying the information and understanding what we're giving you to the point where you almost believe, you really start saying, he's not going to pass away in this film.
I actually thought so.
Right, so that brings back.
Like, wait a minute.
Right, so that's that.
People want that so bad.
So what that does is establishes the younger generation, going to your point, the younger generation get to experience what we felt in 1996. So
Yeah, you
therefore,
stretch that part
yes,
really.
because the thing is, they're so desensitized to death, guns, and violence. They see it every day. So this film is that spark to make you fill it over again, so you may at that point say, I don't want to die at 25. And you think about it, and you change your life from that point, being that beacon.
And remember, in '96,